Good morning, Leo. I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your full moon reading for tomorrow night, but also the energy that's going to be encompassing you guys for the next 2 weeks thereafter until the next new moon, which is in Scorpio, as far as I know. Um, but mostly what I get from this energy here is that there's an opportunity for certain things to take place. First, a very loose trine between Chiron and Aries and Jupiter in Sagittarius. So if you have any planets that are in Leo, aside from your sun, these planets are going to be affected by Jupiter. Jupiter tends to expand these things. So if you naturally have your sun in Libra, in Leo, as all Leos do, then this talks about an expansion of the soul, an expansion of self expression. And I feel that this is the case because you guys have been feeling like you've been trapped, obviously, for a little while now. And, Leos tend to have that battle with their self confidence, with their ability to stand tall. Because Leo is it's all about the fifth house and fun, pleasure, what brings pleasure and joy to them. But I do have to say that with the golden egg at the bottom of the deck right now, that everything that you are going through right now is uh, is a result of the work that you've been doing. And with the golden egg, this speaks about this speaks about a golden opportunity. I want to go into the book real quick just to explain what this energy is connected to. And I do believe that it's connected to the fourth chakra, which is all about the heart. So it's not surprising that as I shuffled the cards before I drew for your sign, that the Eight of Swords was right there at the top, and also uh, I see that there are some addictions that maybe you guys are stuck in, um, or maybe it's just feeling like you're chained, like you don't have any will of your own. This could also be the necessary need to. Uh, uh This also could be the necessary need to light that fire within you. I don't know if you guys can see it, but he has a fire tail right here. So, and this is all arising out of like certain fears, certain doubts, certain things that have been keeping you held back and in check, keeping you from sleeping at night. I feel that maybe some of you guys haven't been sleeping well because of this. But the Bright Mother being at the bottom of the fairy deck, and Nellie's the Alchemist, it's all about transforming what it is that you want, or getting what you want by giving and receiving love. But this is more about spreading that love around, kind of turning your back on yourself for a second and spreading that love to others. But we'll see what the reading brings us as I shuffle the cards for you guys. Once again, as I mentioned in other videos, I'll go ahead and mention my usual spiel. I do work with tarot and I do work with the animal spirit cards, but I also work off of intuition alone. Off of intuition, not just off of intuition alone, but also with the fairies because they help guide various different emotional aspects of whatever these situations are that we are getting ourselves into. So these readings are intuitive and they do draw on cards, just so you guys know. So without further ado, let's see what is in store for Leo. Oh, okay, so normally I don't do this, but in this case, okay, so yes, you guys have been working hard towards something, and that's indicated by the B. I do feel like you guys have been busy mentally, and you guys have been trying to figure out what exactly to work with. Okay, so all right, so this. Okay, so this is the how the cards want to be grouped. Um, I'll go ahead and show you guys here. You could be dealing with somebody. a group of people or an intimate partner. However, I do feel that right now this is the energy you're encompassing. It's a nervous energy. It's a very very vigilant energy. Both of these cards right here are very vigilant, and I do feel that to whatever extent you guys are very very vigilant of the things that are going on in your lives, but you guys are not seeing the opportunities that are there. Now, you guys have been doing a lot of serious inner work, going through taking out all these things that no longer suit you. But I do feel like you guys, to some degree, shape or form, have been busying yourselves because it helps you to get rid of that anxiety. And like any fire sign, any type of movement gets them doing things without having to think about their situation. Now, on the other side is the bear and the starfish. Now, both these are the alchemical symbol for Earth. So in some way, I feel like you're trying to find some type of grounding in this, but busying yourself with no purpose is not going to help that at all. With the starfish, it's about a superficial beauty. It's asking you to look deeper at this person, at whoever it is that this bear person is, because they have a sense of beauty to them. But I do feel that to whatever extent, they're only seeing the superficial beauty that you show. And at the moment, you're not showing beauty, which is probably why you feel like you're stuck. Feel like it doesn't matter which way you move, it's just going to end bad. And with the bear, it's also earth energy, but I do feel that with the bear, it's almost like you need, maybe it's necessary for this other person or this other individual, this other group, to give you a bear hug. And at the same time, I kind of feel like maybe it's necessary for you guys to join some kind of support group because there's only so much work that you can do yourselves before you get tired, before you start griping, before you start stinging people. But do be aware that at the bottom of this is a very very golden opportunity for you guys to take. All right, so that was actually fairly quickly. I do want to read the description from the bear real quick because I haven't drew that card in a while. It's waking up from a spiritual slumber. So whatever it is that's going on between this dynamic, your nervousness has caused this other person to look past the superficial reality. They're starting to wake up to what it is that's going on in your life, and they might actually come in and try to give you a bear hug. So if they do, Leo, accept it. Now, this is beginning anew. I feel that this person that you're dealing with is beginning anew, and that's why they're coming from a space of love. So, in this sense, you have to give that love to them before you can receive it from them. But I do feel like maybe they're starting to have some kind of movement, or this could be you. The roles can be reversed in this. It could be that you're coming up to a new spiritual slumber based on how this person was. Maybe you were looking at the superficial aspects of the relationship and not really looking towards the deeper inner spirituality behind it. But as with the bear waking up, there's a type of transformation. You go from sleeping to waking, you go from dreaming to consciousness, and I feel that that's what's happening here in this dynamic. This could be you, or this could be them, either or. I don't attach people to certain things unless the cards uh, say to do so. But I do feel like you guys are, have been running around nervous for a little while and just busying yourself with stuff that doesn't really fulfill you. But whoever this bear person is has this has this beauty that's alluring that you're just drawn to. Or it could be that the person that you're dealing with is drawn to the beauty that you show. But I do feel like you guys are encompassing this nervous, hypervigilant energy. But look at this person is waking up to a spiritual slumber, and while you've forgotten your dreams, you've forgotten what it was. Oh, excuse me. Even though you've forgotten what it meant to have a dream in the first place, Hype the Retriever is still there. Regardless of how nervous you are, regardless of how hypervigilant you are, and how much you may fear um, whatever's going on in your situation, Iva hasn't left your side. He's still there. He's holding on to your dreams for you, and he's communicating that in a telepathic way. Okay. Um, I'm going to have to just read a quick description of the poop. I feel like, in a sense, these eyes are kind of skeptical. They're kind of like closed and slitted, like disbelieving. So maybe there's some type of disbelief connection or disbelief energy connected to this. But let's see. It's a shape changer, good in the bad, bad in the good. It's a paradox and a resolution. Okay, so he's a shape changer. That much we know. But I do feel like this is you. Like maybe you've been changing your ability to kind of put yourself out in a new way, or maybe you've been wearing a mask of some kind. And in some sense, people might be asking, "Is this the real him, or is this the real her?" And when it comes to you, Leo, you're supposed to show who it is that you are by action, and not by trying to put on these masks. Now, of course, resolution of this nervousness energy, and I want to go ahead and read these animals so that you guys can know how to bring it into play. With the mouse energy, a meaningful project will bring it into play, and with the rabbit, just have a day of silence. A day of silence, and then finding out what your vision is and moving forward with it. Because look at, you guys have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of this deck, and that's showing me that you guys may have lost your vision. But I'm the retriever. He's like, hey, you had a dream once. Your vision isn't here. And I'm going to show you. There's no need to shapeshift anymore. You can take just one form and one form only. Fire. Or earth in this sense, which is for stability. Stability purpose. Sis. Let's see. What else is drawn for you? The spirit dancer. Yes. Moving forward. Moving forward with complete faith. I want to just go ahead and read the description real quick for the spirit dancer. Yeah, so this is definitely time to focus on a project. And with the spirit dancer, she has her eyes closed and she's just reaching out. But really, she's focused on the vibrations that she's feeling. She's focused on the energy. She's focused on what's going on in the ambience of it all. And I feel that that's what's necessary for you to do. With the rabbit energy, just sit there. Both. This is actually really cool because this is the way that they're wanting to be grouped now. You see this? With the Pook, um, the Pook energy is about shape shifting, but not having to shape shift anymore. Hold on, let me go back to the Pook. Yeah, and it's a resolution, but this resolution is going to come about with a meaningful project, and so now they want to group themselves like this too. If you can engage in some kind of meaningful project, then you'll be able to move forward. And at the same time, if you can just sit still for a second, you'll find the answers that you're seeking, and resolution will come to your situation. And you won't have to do much but just sit there and think and start a meaningful project. Something that means something to you. Don't start something that doesn't mean anything to you, because in that sense, you're not going to be fulfilled. You're not going to be happy, and you're going to forever be trying to like outwork the thoughts. And that never happens. You can work and work and work, but eventually you're gonna have to go to sleep. And when you go to sleep, those are when those thoughts hit you. Those are when those dreams hit you. But it's better to do them in a waking, conscious state because then it's a lot more easier to process. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like you or this other person, in some sense, are aware of these changes, and you guys are undergoing a type of childlike faith. With the maiden, I do believe it's a wish being granted or wishes being granted, but let me go into the book real quick just to make sure. Yeah, so it's about new beginnings and new growth. I do feel like this new growth is connected to the spiritual expansion of you or whoever it is that you're working with, and this is all a result of engaging yourself into a meaningful project. But first, sitting back and having a quiet day so that you can think about whatever it is that you need to think about before you can receive your answers and move forward. Once you do that, the retriever will come back with your vision to show you that he never left your side and he didn't forget. Indeed. I do feel like some of you guys are holding back though. With this card, if you take a look at it, he's got his arms crossed. And with Indy, I want to just read the description real quick. But with this, I do feel like you guys are holding back. You guys are, you know, keeping to yourselves, keeping busy, and not thinking about whatever it is that needs to be thought about. Yeah, indecision, wishy-washy, commitment, but it's necessary to make a decision now. Do you want to stay trapped, or do you want to move forward with passion, with grace, with a new sense of profound wisdom, or do you wish to keep going the way that you're going and stay stuck in this nervous, high alert type of energy? It's up to you. I mean, I do feel like there's indecision there. Some of you guys may have had the decision made already, if not by you, then by source. But I do feel like this is a decision that you need to make and that you will make. For those of you who haven't, you will. And for those of you who have, congratulations. You should be seeing the mouse energy and the rabbit energy dissipating and more of this bear and starfish energy moving forward. And then Ive the Retriever is going to come back with your dreams and say, hey, you got a new beginning. But that's only after you've done this inner work. Because the universe is setting you up for the ability to move forward and to move forward from an intellectual space of knowing, and not just an intellectual but a spiritual place of knowing. And this is the type of knowing that has the ability to remove whoever you thought you were and to actually show you who you really are. This is a perspective shift. Uh, your next perspective shift, hopefully, is one that's upside down, that allows you to see life from a very different angle. And, ooh, yeah, because look at it's your time to celebrate. It is your time to celebrate with the spirit dancer. It's about having that faith and that joy, but it's also about engaging yourself into a project of some sort. And this could be a group project. Um, I kind of had that feeling like it was a group project. I mean, something that involved you and a specific group. But let's see what else. Let's see what else we draw. Okay. So this new beginning is connected to some kind of communication. It's not going to come in right away. I do believe that you have to do the inner work before communication about this new beginning shows up. But I do feel that you guys are making these changes. The reason why you guys are indecisive is because to whatever degree you guys haven't been encompassing the energy that's necessary. With the Queen of Swords in the reverse, this is malicious energy in some way. This is energy that, to one degree or another, can carry some harm or some hurt, some hurtful words. The Queen of Swords, she's carrying the sword, and swords are double edged. They can be good for you, they can protect you, but they can also be bad for you. And I do feel that with this, there hasn't been a death just yet, simply because there's a need for inner work. And let me see what the Laume is about, because I've only drawn that card once. I know it focuses on creativity. I know it focuses on growth and expansion. And so I want to go real quick into the book to see what it says about this card. Unconditional giving, unconditional receiving. Wow. So it's very, very simple. You guys have to give love to receive love. Through the giving of love and the receiving of love and hard work and dedication, you'll be able to celebrate or put yourself into a creative project that allows you and a group of other members to celebrate. And at the same time, it'll get rid of this energy that you've been encompassing, nervous and high alert. And as you do that, your words will soften. And of course, I, the retriever, will come in with new ideas, new initiatives, and various different things that can help you in your life. So, with that, I do want to say that with this energy that is trining you between Chiron and between Jupiter, you guys should be experiencing a very, very big boost in confidence that comes from a space of knowing, that comes from a space of experience. So, with that, I hope it resonates with you, Leo. I hope that you guys can walk away from some or with something from this. I hope that regardless of how nervous you feel and how high alert you feel, and wanting to run away from various different situations, it's very necessary to put yourself through the situation, because through it, there's going to be something that you learn. There's a golden opportunity hidden just right around the corner for you guys. So keep chugging on. I will be here 2 weeks from now to do your new moon reading, and I might actually be on the channel a little bit more often to give more readings and possibly even do some live readings here in the near future. So with that, I would like to bid farewell to you guys. I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, signing out.